Just 162 billionaires have the same wealth as half of humanity.
Here's a summary of the article.
In a stark reminder of gaping global inequality, a report published Sunday reveals that 162 billionaires, including Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg and Amazon's Jeff Bezos, have the same wealth as the poorest half of the world. There are 2,153 billionaires globally, and, in 2019, they held more wealth combined than 4.6 billion people, according to the report, which uses data from the Credit Suisse Global Wealth Report and Forbes billionaire rankings. Despite their wealth levels dipping at the start of the year, they quickly rebounded, and the world's 500 richest people managed to add $1.2 trillion to their wealth over the course of the year, according to a Bloomberg analysis. Extreme wealth is a sign of a failing economic system, according to the report, which calculates that about a third of billionaire wealth exists because of inheritance. These factors threaten to further exacerbate gender and economic inequalities and fuel a spiraling crisis for care and carers, says the report. The report calls for a swath of policy changes, such as free and universal public services like education, child care and health care, and policies to limit the influence of companies and the superrich. Increasing taxes on the wealth of the 1% by 0.5% could raise enough over the next decade to create 117 million jobs in education, health and elder care, and close the care deficits, the report says.
This post received a score of 47,861, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The game is rigged against trillionaires.
A decade from now, people just can't visualize the difference between a billion and a trillion. Here's an easy visual below. We need to curb the trillionaires. A billion seconds equals 32 years. A trillion seconds equals 31,710 years. The difference between a billion and a trillion is about a trillion.
Well, also same for a million and a billion.
Same for a million and 1,000.
Same for 1,000 and a 1.
A 2. A 1 2 3 4. Hit it.
3, 2, 1, let's jam. Last time I looked, it was actually the richest 26 people have more wealth than the poorest 50% of the entire planet. Edit. These are different statistics for evaluating wealth inequality, both correct and informative in their own way. Thanks for pointing that out.
And keep in mind it's likely a lot worse. Often dictators aren't counted in these totals, and many may have much more wealth than is publicly stated. For instance, some estimate Putin to have a net worth of over $200 billion.
Panama Papers. Cambridge Analytica.
Paradise Papers, 2. Edit. Read about them here at the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, or at The Guardian.
I hadn't even heard of these. Freakin' weak US media got us all wrapped up on Epstein memes, Cheetos, and Cracker Jacks. Whispers. The US media isn't telling you because they're complicit and their CEOs stand to benefit from keeping it quiet. All the big news anchors are millionaires too. They're not worth hundreds of millions, but still plenty rich to have offshore accounts.
Billionaires paying millionaires to tell thousandaires to be afraid of hundredaires.
Can I get some solidarity with my fellow tenaires?
I'm in debt, IRAs.
We could fight them for it.
The billionaires offered me $8 an hour to join their side. Sorry lads.
If you would have held out for an overnight shift, you could have gotten 8.25. This is why you aren't a billionaire.
Nah, they just can't reach their bootstraps.
If you believed in most of the solutions endorsed by ethicists with regard to the trolley problem, in which you must decide between sacrificing the very few for the brute survival of the very many, the wealth of those 126 billionaires would, on average, double your net worth, or remove a small portion of your debt to the wealthy. The fact that this is inconceivable to most indicates the powers of coercion of the elite.
Easy, I'd throw myself in front of the trolley.
Better hope you succeed, cause if you're in the US, good luck with the medical bills.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.